do what it does, guys. Welcome to another episode of The Link Up, the number one show that actually keeps you on the loop on what's happening on our daily lives, guys. I mean, you can always say, but Sunny Plaka the entire time we discuss things as in the guy, not in like foreign land, but Tina personally. And of course, namhlanje I am joined by the two beautiful ladies. They say hi.
Hi.
Minjani?
Good.
Thank you. How are you?
Right, babes. Yo, today's topic.
Okay, we bring the heat, honey. We ain't
Oh, you
playing
have
with
to.
them.
We are not taking any chances.
Guys, because about tense up because I feel that some people are gonna be super defensive. And some are gonna feel that as well attack at the entire time. But anyways, today's topic we're talking about colorism. You know, we're talking about colorism. We're talking about the privileges that actually come with a skin color. We're talking about the people wanting to change into ezinye tones. We're talking about the stuff that are being sold to us to actually bleach ourselves and whatnot. What could be the reason behind that? So let me take it to them, ladies. Achoba. What is it? What's popping? What's happening? But babes,
Yes, lovely.
sithetha ngeyellow bones, nama dark bones.
Yes. Two complete contrasts here.
Guys, first things first, let's not shy away from the fact that kukho privileges. I mean, we have white privileges and we have Tina black people light-skinned privileges.
Yeah.
Ne? What do you know about that?
Well, honestly, I cannot relate to the light-skinned people privileges. I know most people might say I'm light-skinned, ne?
Of course, because when we're looking at you, you're like, nah, I don't
You're
relate.
like-
We're like,
Light as the morning sun.
I can't relate because I haven't had any privileges because of my skin color and whatnot, you know. I don't know how it feels like to have those privileges. Maybe I've been looking in the wrong places or something, right? But then I know that colorism is a serious issue because these days people bleach their skins just to be light-skinned in order to feel like they fit in, like they belong. Dark is seen as ugly or something, and I don't know where that is taken from, and we're trying to move away from that light skin is not everything. Like yourself in your skin tone because you are beautiful the way you are.
Eve, talk on behalf of the dark ladies.
The black babies. So, the thing is, I've experienced a whole lot of colorism because obviously I'm like right at the darkest tone, like the dark, like, you know. So, like I understand you not relating to that, but I can speak for myself in the not only seeing other people's privilege, but the fact that, like, you know, you always feel sidelined and everything. But what I know where it really comes from, because like you might not know, I don't know, but it started from, would have to go back to racism. So what happened back then was the slaves, in the time when there was the slaves, the lighter skinned slaves were much closer to their masters. So they had more favor from their masters because they look much closer to being white or whatever. So even their masters do not like see them as, you know, very slavey as the other darker skinned slaves. So white slaves would normally work within the houses, and, you know, they wouldn't be in the in the hot sun out there. The dark slaves are the ones that would be out in the hot sun, and the lighter skinned slaves were given privileges like reading and being able to write and things, like having freedoms that non-slaves had. So it starts from that root that, like, it just ended up trickling into our community, that even now, you know, somehow, like, I've had even statements where I hear from my own friends or people in my circle that would compliment someone because they're light skinned. So I would think, like, is there something wrong with my dark skin, you know? If someone's being complimented for something that we can't really change, I can't compliment a white person for being white. Like
You said, that maybe you have not experienced it like firsthand, the whole privilege of being light-skinned and all
Yeah.
that. But I mean, let's talk about the industry. Let's talk about music industries being like entertainment industry, like as a whole, you know, because I know when as much as we, yes, of course, we might not had experienced this thing like at first hand, but I mean, we know of isn't that like stories of people in the industry, you know. Because I remember I was watching this other TV show the one time, and this rapper who is from Jamaica, who's like dark, she was like, I need to bleach my skin, and her friends could not understand about why. And then she's like, even people who do not have talent as rappers, they make it in the industry because of their skin, because they're light skinned. And also you can see on Video Vixen, people getting roles on magazines. We advertise light skin, like the entire time, you know. So let's talk about that in the industry.
Oh, okay, you can go.
Thank you. In that light of let's talk about how, in the reality, how many dark-skinned people that you'd see as actresses, as models, as like just the thing that is main, like the industry. How often do you see dark-skinned people in magazines? It's something that maybe might have started being a little bit more, we see it more common now than like especially when Black Panther, the movie came out. But like even now, you still see that there's way less darker skinned people in the industry, and I still don't understand why.
Yeah, I feel like media also plays a part in this, you know, especially when it comes to adverts, like you said, music videos and all of that. Because I also watched a reality show one time, and there's this Nigerian lady who was talking about how people in that reality show were discriminating her because of her skin color, because she's not light skinned, and all of them were light skinned. She was of a darker tone,
or you're not light enough.
You're not light enough. You know, they were discriminating against everyone. Was just against her just because of her skin tone. It's sad to have to walk around in society, and now because you are dark skinned, now that means you're not of value, you're not human being enough. Now because you're dark skinned, you're not beautiful. Where is that all coming from?
And also, guys, have you like witnessed like how much like the cosmetic companies, you know, they always sell us that thing, you need to, I mean, if we were okay with if they were also okay with us being like dark, then why would they want to sell us stuff to actually make us lighter? You know what I'm saying? And then our people are going to an extent of like bleaching themselves, you know, because of the stuff that we see on magazines, the stuff that is being sold to us. Obviously, we're not going to mention products as, you know, but that's what I'm saying. But buy this for a lighter tone, buy this for whatever, you know.
I know of people that like they bleach their skin and their hair tone, and they started off as me. And they're completely now unrecognizable, that this is what they used to be. So that pressure, that like the acceptance of, you know, lighter skin is beautiful and everything. It's not everyone who has that strong mind to know that you're beautiful in your dark skin.
Another strong point I want to raise is right now the only reason we are seeing dark skin toned models on TV and their faces all over the media and also in music videos nowadays, it's because on Twitter we're having hashtags Black Lives Matter, and we also have those hashtags cliques recently, you know. So now it's like, why are we only using dark skinned people to sell our product to when it suits us? Why can it be normal for us to always put them out there? Why?
I'm sure there are people at home who do not know what was happening at cliques, so please to actually tell us what was happening.
So I will just say this briefly, I will not get into detail. So they released an advert, and apparently there was a white lady with straight hair and there was a black lady with a nice afro, but they said that afro is damaged, our hair is damaged and dry, but that afro was so beautiful. And I'm like, well, what are they talking about, you know? And it got a lot of people in their feelings.
Whose eyes are we looking through, like, things? That's another point. Like, I just want to like add on to, like, whose eyes are we looking through these things that, like, we're accepting that someone say this, and we're just like, oh, so this is what you think. Like, how long are we going to be like, this is how you think of me, this is how you think of me, instead of like, what do I think of me?
Guys, I want us to look at the psychological effects all those things have on us. I want us to look at that. Like, I want us to look at how they actually would take down self-esteem of one, more especially children. Because now we're not teaching abantwana to actually appreciate themselves. So now when they're seeing stuff on magazines, when they're seeing stuff on TV, when they're seeing stuff wherever, you know, about light skin this, straight hair that, you know, so they're under pressure of wanting to look the same way as celebrities, like you said, the same way as people they see, like models they see on TV, people they see on magazines and whatever, you know. And now it's taking away bona embracing themselves for who they really are, you know. And it comes with a whole lot of like psychological trauma, you know, because now you can't get over yourself. You want to be like, you don't have a peace. You want to be like someone else, you know.
You feel like you're not enough. You feel like maybe you need to do something. You don't have that self-esteem, you know. You lose that self-esteem as a person. You just want to be yellow bone. You think that's all there is to life. You're like, no man, I'm still not enough. I'm still not happy.
Yeah, so I think like, you know how it comes from that place where a child would see, they hear things like, you know, you're dark skinned. There's a specific statement like that sounds like being dark skinned is dirty.
Yes.
It's like sounds like being dark skinned is dirty. And there's also the statements like, oh, you're beautiful for a dark skinned person. It's like, what? Like I don't understand. So when you're a child and all these things, I'm a victim. Like since I was a child, like kids are mean, and when you get into high school, they're even meaner. So like people give you nicknames for your skin color. So for you to fight against that, like there's so much effects that get into your head. For you to get to a point of like you're strong, you're like, I don't care about like what people think. This is
it takes a lot.
And you take a long time.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. We also like light-skinned people. We also get like those kind of comments whereby someone is trying to talk to you, and when they for whatever reason they're like, nah, you're not even pretty. You're just light-skinned. And you're like, oh, okay.
We yellow bone in jail. You know, and you're like, whatever.
You know, but I mean, for you, it's this topic is like super close to your heart. So what would you want to say to umntana who's growing up, like a young child who's still like growing up, and then they seeing all those things, because we can never hide those things from them because they see them like all over. So what would you say to that young child who's dark skinned and she's just like, I wanna be light?
So like guys, if you're dark skinned like me, even darker than me, slightly lighter than me, but if you just feel like you're classified under a dark skinned, please love your skin. There is so much damage if you're trying to bleach your skin and stuff. And I mean, who even came up with the concept that like skin is the one that gives you beauty or not? Like we're all human beings and we should love ourselves fully. Children, every age, guys, please embrace your beautiful skin. Don't look up to celebrities. I'm not saying this in a bad way. There are good celebrities that you should look up to, but do not look up to the media. They're lying to us, guys. Do not believe. Do not change your skin. Just please hold on to what you have. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much, ladies. Like, it was lovely, and thank you so much for the wise words, and thank you for sharing experiences, guys. Like,
it's always a pleasure.
The viewers at home, guys, you see, but it's tricky. This entire thing, like, it's tricky, hectic, tense, wow, you know. But like, I mean, this thing is deeper than just like a color, you know. It's super deep than just that, because I mean, being dark skinned, it comes with bullying. Now you've been called names and all those kind of things, you know. So that's the unfortunate part. And also, only now we're trying to embrace Afrozetu. Only now we're trying to embrace being dark models and doni, you know, because like we can run away from it as much as we want, but it is what it is. Light skinned people have privileges, bona, because they're seen as like, but okay, they're pretty and all that, you know. I mean, they're always the first.
The black people.
The light skinned people, man. So they seen as my first like preference, like the entire time, guys. I mean, like I said, is it deep as in the end? They cause it damages like psychologically, you know. I mean, it's a low self-esteem, you know, it causes anxiety, and then now you're lonely, now you're depressed. It comes with a whole lot of things, you know, because you feel about quite enough and all that, you know. So these are the things that we need to teach abantwana besakhula okubana, okay, so this is what's what, you know. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Do not forget to subscribe on All Day TV, and I mean follow us on the socials, and also don't forget about Opindus Bukele some other time, because always yani blagamos. But for now, unfortunately, it's peace out from me and the ladies.